Hi, my name is Jay. I'm from the Salsa Grill restaurant, and today we're going to show you how to make Maryland crab cakes. We start with the sauce. I'm going to break the recipe down for you a little bit. We're going to use about a quart of mayonnaise. Normally we make a gallon, so we're going to use a quart today. A quart of mayonnaise, and we're going to put in 4 eggs. And we want to mix this very lightly. So we have our eggs and mayonnaise. We give that a light toss. Now we add a little bit of yellow French's mustard. I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of mustard. We're going to add a little bit of Old Bay. We're going to add a little bit of white pepper. A little Worcestershire sauce. Give it a little turn. This is the sauce for Maryland crab cakes. We can make this ahead of time, keep it in the refrigerator, and use as needed. Our next step for making Maryland crab cakes is a little restaurant trick. We use frozen white bread. So ahead of time you need to have this frozen. The blue ribbon works great for me. Take that out. Save those for later. Trim the crust. When you're doing this, when you're making Maryland crab cakes, you can use anywhere between 2 to 10 pieces of bread for each pound of crab meat when you're making them. We use about 5 at the Salsa Grill. You're looking for the right mix. We take the frozen bread, we trim the crust, and then we cube it. It makes it easy to cut. If you try to cut this when it's cold, it will just mash. So this gives us nice little cubes for your crab cakes. At the Salsa Grill, we use approximately 4 slices of bread per pound of crab meat. It's the right amount to help keep them together. Let's see, we have our cubed bread. Put that in. Now I also like to add saltine crackers. And for a recipe for the restaurant, we usually use 1 sleeve of crackers. I'm doing a half a batch today, so I'm going to use about half of a sleeve of crackers. I like the flavor it gives. Now we have the filler in here. Let's go with a little bit of fresh parsley. Put that in. Now we give it a little toss. You need to be very gentle when you add the crab. Here I have 4 pounds of jumbo lump crab meat and our filler, which is 16 slices of frozen white bread, saltines, and parsley. Very gently add the crab. And the trick to crab cake is to toss it between your fingers very gently. You're not allowed to break up any of the lumps. So you just toss it together very lightly, letting it fall between your fingers. Toss it between your fingers to gently mix. You never close your hands. The last step is tossing the sauce in. So we have our pre-made sauce, and you just want to drizzle it over and then give it another very light toss, never breaking the lumps. When you add the sauce, you should add about 3/4 of it at your first time. Give it a light toss and see how moist it is. This is looking pretty good, so I think this will do. The whole trick is to make sure that the crab cakes stick together and it's not too saucy. So this is a good mixture for us. All we do is our crab cakes are about a baseball size, and it fits right in my hand. That should be a Salsa Grill crab cake. Plate them up. We plate the crab cakes up. We usually get 8 on a platter, and these are up front, and they get baked on a sizzle plate in the oven and flipped over when they're half done. These are traditional Maryland crab cakes. There shouldn't be anything other than what I've put in here today in a Maryland crab cake. We use a sizzle plate, normally with a little melted butter. Then we just set the crab cakes right on there. And then they go into an oven around a 375-degree oven. Go over here. Now we're putting the crab cakes in about a 375-degree oven. They get baked for about 15 or 20 minutes. I have some that are just done here. We'll take those out. Ow, hot. They come right over here. At the salsa grill, we normally serve our crab cakes with Caesar salad, or we serve it with vegetables and rice. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen and preparing Maryland crab cakes. Happy cooking.